Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going on an expedition of sorts. We're going to start by diagnosing the health of our local physical environment, look at how humans adapt to survive, and then, surprisingly enough, we'll reveal how these exact same concepts map directly onto your future career.
So let's quickly check our expedition map for today. 1. Environmental health hazards. 2. Strategies for a healthier environment. 3. A case study on the iShack. 4. Simulating the world of work. And 5. Your future career path. Let's just jump right in, shall we?
Starting with Section 1, Environmental Health Hazards. This is the macro view of our planet's sickness.
Now, the World Health Organization has issued a pretty stark diagnosis here. Human activity has literally made our planet sick. But, here's the really tragic part. This sickness doesn't impact everyone equally. Not even close. The poorest and most vulnerable communities out there end up bearing the absolute brunt of these environmental changes.
For instance, when we talk about air pollution, we're really looking at threats coming from two totally different directions. Outdoors, we're dealing with factory exhausts, car emissions, and power plants. But indoors? Well, indoor pollution is often far deadlier for vulnerable communities. Cooking on open fires and relying on traditional coal or paraffin stoves creates these immense trapped respiratory hazards right inside the home.
And it's a very similar story with our water ecosystems. They're facing this devastating two-sided crisis. On one extreme, you have severe scarcity. Too little fresh water absolutely destroys personal hygiene and leaves entire communities without safe drinking water. But then, on the flip side, you have too much dirty water. Rivers get polluted by mining and farming, and they just become these massive breeding grounds for deadly waterborne diseases like cholera and bilharzia.
We also can't ignore the very ground we walk on. Our soil habitat is taking a massive hit too. It's being heavily degraded by unwise farming methods and continuously poisoned by discarded plastics and waste. We are quite literally polluting the very foundation that feeds us.
Okay, let's pivot to Section 2, Strategies for a Healthier Environment, focusing on protecting our local habitats.
You've probably heard the phrase, think global, act local. Well, it's a beautifully simple concept. It basically means you don't actually have to save the whole world all by yourself. If individuals just focus on keeping their own suburb or town safe and clean, a massive improvement in global health naturally follows. Big change literally starts in your own backyard.
And the good news is, you absolutely aren't doing this alone. We've got key players operating at every single level. Globally, you have giants like the World Health Organization and the World Wildlife Fund setting the standards. But locally, it's your municipalities and private companies like Enviroserve doing the crucial on-the-ground work. It's a massive collaborative effort.
But at the end of the day, true environmental defense starts right in your personal habitat. Think of this as your daily survival checklist for exam prep. First, purify your drinking water and make sure to ventilate your home. Second, wash your hands diligently, especially around food preparation and after using the toilet, to stop diseases in their tracks. Third, defend your food. Keep perishables in the fridge and covered up to protect against flies. And finally, disinfect those rubbish bins regularly so you keep disease-carrying rats far away.
Which brings us to Section 3, a case study on the iShack. Let's look at human adaptation in the Western Cape. Now, the foundation of this incredible human adaptation actually all hinges on a single, highly significant number, 24. Specifically, we're talking about Section 24 of the South African Constitution's Bill of Rights. This section is a powerful promise. It guarantees every single citizen the fundamental right to an environment that is not harmful to their health or well-being. And it's exactly this legal right that drives the push to find innovative ways to improve living conditions, which leads us directly to a fantastic real-world solution. To help fulfill that promise, the Sustainability Institute and Stellenbosch University teamed up and engineered the iShack. Honestly, it is a total masterpiece of environmental problem-solving using reclaimed waste. Just look at this mapping. They added a solar panel to power 3 lights, a phone charger, and a security light. They built walls from recycled cardboard boxes, but cleverly sprayed them with fire-retardant paint to stop those deadly shack fires. They even used inside-out milk cartons to insulate and reflect heat, and laid down old bricks from local dump sites to create a stable, clean floor. It's just brilliant adaptation.
All right, Section 4, Simulating the World of Work. It's time to explore professional habitats.
So you might be wondering, how does all this ecosystem talk connect to you? Well, just like animals have to adapt to a specific physical ecosystem, we humans have to adapt to professional ones. Every career species, so to speak, has its own unique workplace habitat. By simulating a career, you start to get a feel for its specific environment. That includes everything from the standard dress code you need to blend in to the essential personality traits, like being super hardworking, that you're going to need to survive and actually thrive there.
Let's take a mechanical engineer, for example. Their specific workplace habitat requires highly specialized tools, things like CAD software, precision micrometers, and wind gauges. Their daily ecosystem is deeply technical, right? But it's also highly collaborative. To thrive in this space, they have to design machine parts, test them, and solve complex technical problems every single day. If this is your chosen career, this is the exact ecosystem you're going to need to adapt to.
And that leads us to our final stop, Section 5, your future career path. Let's map your journey forward.
The habitat you eventually work in, whether that ends up being a busy hospital, a school classroom, or a corporate office, isn't just some random accident. It's the result of a chain reaction that is starting for you right now. At age 15, your grade 10 subject choices actually unlock your access to a formal tertiary qualification after age 18. And then that formal qualification acts as the exact key you need to enter your chosen physical workplace in your 20s. See how every single step is connected?
We started our expedition today looking at massive, real-world environmental hazards, and we ended by mapping out your future career. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, vital question to ponder. How will the grade 10 subjects you choose today empower you to solve the environmental crises we're going to face tomorrow? Your future workplace could be the exact lab, office, or site where these global problems are finally solved. So choose your path wisely.